your religion is an identity marker within your family and in your community. And so there's the question of what would I lose, in terms of the respect and love of those around me, the understanding of who I would be in that community. What could I possibly lose? There's so many things. And in some parts of the world, you can even lose your life for becoming a Christian. So there's a lot of tough things. And I wrestled with what was I willing to sacrifice for the sake of the truth. And the honest answer, Muhammad, is that when I was, for 7 years after I found the answers, I basically didn't want to make a decision. I wanted to try to harmonize the Quran and the Bible and say, oh, they say the same things. It's only Christians and Muslims who are trying to make division, but God doesn't want that, and I tried to play games with both the Bible and the Quran for a while to try not to make a decision. I would have to say that I was a bit of a coward in those days because I wasn't willing to go where the truth led. I thought I was brave, but I was really not. It was when God started getting a hold of me and the intellectual integrity started to really pressure me. I began to see the evidence for this and that beautiful part where I saw that what God had done for me. I suddenly realized that whatever it was that I was going to lose was nothing compared to the person that I would gain, who is Jesus himself, who was willing to sacrifice everything for my sake, who was rejected by his own people, who was rejected by even his own friends at the last minute, only to have them become his champions later. But he knew what rejection was like. And so I would say if there's a Muslim who's watching this, for example, and who's on the fence, and you're thinking, is this worth looking into? What could it possibly cost me? I can't promise you it's going to be easy. In fact, it's likely going to be extremely hard, very hard. But I can promise you that it's worth it. No matter how hard it is, it's worth it because Jesus is worth it. He sustains, he guides, he gives you strength. He does so many things. But ultimately, I found that I could not look at him on that cross, dying there for me, bloody and beaten and tattered, and say, that's not good enough. I need more from you. I might get yelled at, or someone might call me a name, or maybe even threaten me. I could not look at him and with integrity say, I have to reject that. I was compelled to want to embrace him and the truth that he offers.